Welcome to True Projects. In this video, we are going to explain about a project titled Alzheimer disease prediction using the deep learning. Alzheimer disease is a degenerative brain disorder that presents a significant global health challenge. With new diagnoses occurring every 4 seconds worldwide, early detection of the disease is crucial, as it leads to the cognitive decline and hampers the independent functioning. This research introduced a model that utilized the brain MRI images to classify the individuals into mild, moderate, or no Alzheimer's disease. Multiple architectures, including the CNN, VJG16, RNN, are used comparatively analyzed to identify the most promising approach. This research assesses the detection accuracy of the two advanced learning models for the Alzheimer disease identification in MRI images. The BGG19, CNN, and RNN models is employed using the TensorFlow Keras module, a widely used open source deep learning library. The image data generator function is utilized to augment and load the data into the models during the training process. The batch size of 128 and early stopping after the 50 epochs, the model is trained. Similarly, it is implemented with the Keras module and trained on the batches of different images. These are the basic requirements that are needed to build this project. Software requirements are Python IDE with version of 3.7 or Anaconda with version of 3.7 or Jupyter or Google Colab. Hardware requirements are operating system as Windows or Linux, processor of minimum Intel i3, RAM of minimum 4 GB, hard disk of minimum 250 GB. And to know the flow of the project, these are the steps that are developed. And the first one is importing the libraries. In this step, essential libraries and packages are imported into the project environment. These libraries provide functionality for data analysis, data manipulation, and deep learning tasks. And the second one is exploring the dataset. In this phase, MRI images is thoroughly examined and explored to understand its structure, content, and characteristics. Exploratory data analysis techniques are applied to gain insights into the data distribution, identifying the data anomalies, and understand the features and labels present in the data set. And the third one is image scaling and processing. The MRI images need to be processed before and use it for the training the deep learning model. In this step, the images are scaled and processed using the image processing technique, and scaling ensures that all the images have the uniform size which is required for the training deep learning model. Other image techniques also applied to enhance the image quality, removing the noise and extracting the relevant features. And the fourth step is splitting the data to the train and test. To assess the performance of the deep learning model, the dataset is divided into the two subsets, that is training data and the testing data. The training data is used to train the BGG16, CNN and RNN model by exposing them to the MRI images and their corresponding mode labels. The testing data, on the other hand, is kept separate and used later to evaluate the accuracy of the trained model on the unseen data. And the fifth step is building the model. In this step, 3 different deep learning models are constructed for the image classification. The first one is VJG16. VJG16 is a deep convolutional neural network used for the image classification task. It contains of the many layers of convolutional layers with the small filter sizes followed by the max pooling layers for downsampling. VGG16 is known for its simplicity and uniformity in architecture, making it easy to understand and implement. And the second one is CNN. CNN stands for Convolutional Neural Network, and it is a type of deep learning model designed to process and analyze the visual data such as images. It's composed of multiple layers including the convolutional, pooling and fully connected layers. Apply the filters to the input images, extracting the features and patterns. The pooling layer downsample the feature maps, reducing the computational complexity, and the CNN are capable of automatically learning the hierarchical representation from the input data. And the third one is RNN. It stands for Recurrent Neural Network, which is specifically designed to handle the data. Unlike the traditional feed-forward, RNN have the loop that allow the information to persist across different time steps. This loop-like structure enables the RNN to maintain the memory of the past input and make the decision based on the context of the previous data points. RNN is well suited for the time series data where the order of the data point matters, such as of the task recognition, data analysis. In the context of MRI images, use it to analyze the sequential data generated during the image scans where the order of the images is essential for the analysis. And the sixth step is training the model. The BGG16, CNN and RNN models are trained on the training data. During training, the models learn the pattern, features and representation from the MRI images and their corresponding labels. And the seventh step is user gives the input. To make the system user-friendly, the Flask framework is utilized, allowing the user to provide their MRI image as the input to the system. This input serves as the base for predicting whether the image contains the specific character related to the medical condition. And the eighth step is the given input is pre-processed for prediction. The user provided the MRI image is pre-processed to ensure that it is an appropriate format and size required for the input to the BGG16, CNN and RNN model. And the ninth one, and trained model, is used for prediction. The pre-processed image is fed into the different models that were previously trained on the training data. The models use their learned parameters to predict the class of the given image, whether it is having the Alzheimer disease or not. And the final outcome is displayed in this step. The prediction outcome from the different models is displayed to the user. The final outcome indicates the result of the image analysis and classification, providing the valuable information to the user about the presence or absence of the specific condition or the characteristic that is present in the image. The execution of the project. To execute the project, first we need to open the code folder. This is the code folder contains of different files. The dataset folder contains of testing and training data, which having the different folders within it, and each folder contains the different images of MRIs within it. And the model folder contains of H5 file, which contain algorithm information, and this file is loaded at the time of execution of the project and doing some certain tasks like of prediction of the new data within it. And the static folder contains of the CSS, images, JS and Bootstrap files within it. And the template folder contains of the HTML documents like of after, home, index, sign in and sign up. And the app is an py file, contains the information related to the front-end logic. Its code is written in Python that handles the server-side operation such as processing the user request, interacting with the database, and generating the dynamic content that to be rendered in the HTML template. And the notebook is an IPYNB file as a Jupyter notebook which contains a combination of the code, graph and output all in one place. It allows the user to write and execute the code in individual cells. And the signup is an DB file, appears to be the database used to store the user information. For the execution of the project, first we need to copy the address path and open the Anaconda prompt. Here we need to change the disk location because our folder is present in fdisk. By writing this command, it's changing the disk location. After changing the location, we need to write the command cd space paste this address and click on enter button. After this, we need to write another command as python space app.py. This command is used to execute the Python script and perform the runtime check for any syntax errors and logical issues, and then click on enter button. After running the app.py, the Flash framework will host the application locally at the default address as like this. We need to copy this local link provided by the framework and paste it on any web browser, and I typically use the Chrome. And paste this address and click on enter button, and it redirected to the home page contents of the home sign up buttons too. And click on the sign up button, it redirected to the sign up page where it initiates the registration process, and we provide the necessary details to create a new account. And I'm already having the account. Further, we need to click on sign in button, and it redirected to the sign in page. We need to enter the username and password as of admin and this page, and click on sign in button. Here it redirected to this page, and here we need to select or button choose file, and it redirected to this folder containing of the different images within it, and I'm selecting the one and click on upload button. Here it is redirected and the predicted result is non-demented. And for the another image, we need to click on try again button and click on choose file, and it redirected to this upload folder. I am selecting another one and click on open button, and then click on upload button, and here this image is predicted as non-demented. In this way, we can predict the Alzheimer disease by using the deep learning model. And conclusion, this project focused on addressing the significant issue of Alzheimer disease, the primary cause of dementia. It proposes a potential solution for early detection of the disease. This model utilized in this study have demonstrated the effective classification of images into the 4 relevant diseases of classes, yielding the promising results. Specifically, it observed that the outperforms of VGG16, RNN and CNN. Further research is necessary to ensure the flexibility and implementation of the particular method in the clinical settings, thereby increasing the rate of healthcare interventions for this specific disease. It is crucial to raise the awareness about the Alzheimer disease among the general population and encourage the individual to undergo the appropriate examination. Currently, efforts are underway to deploy this model into the website, aiming to enhance its practical usability.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects, please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.